further solidify himself with his base, they're not going to buy whatever he says. So now he's got to produce some kind of smoking gun. And if there isn't one, nobody's going to believe it. So I'm just very satisfied by seeing him make such a huge unforced error.
I have to say, your use of the word delicious to start your comments, and then you're saying that you're very satisfied. But, we are talking about a situation here where young women were abused.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to yesterday's news channel, where we watch CNN so you don't have to. On Thursday, Scott Jennings joined the panel on Newsnight with Phillip. They covered a range of topics, from Trump's relationship with Jerome Powell to the long-simmering Epstein scandal to South Park's latest jabs at Trump in their season premiere. And of course, we got a truly revealing take from the always entertaining Jemele Hill on what she thinks really matters when it comes to Epstein. Here's a hint. It's not the victims. Anyway, let's watch Scott Jennings once again show his patience and precision as he sits through an hour of smug, self-congratulatory liberal elites making up stories. Let's go.
On this list, and now that their base expects delivery, they expect something to come from this. Now they're like, wait a minute, there was nothing there. This is all, nobody's going to buy it. So even if there is nothing there, which, I mean, let's be honest, at this point, on either side of the aisle, if they really had the goods on the other side, I think we probably would have known that by now. But the fact is, because of how he used this conspiracy theory to further solidify himself with his base, they're not going to buy whatever he says. So now he's got to produce some kind of smoking gun. And if there isn't one, nobody's going to believe it. So I'm just very satisfied by seeing him make such a huge unforced error.
I have to say, your use of the word delicious to start your comments, and then you're saying that you're very satisfied. But, we are talking about a situation here where young women were abused. This is a tragic case. Maxwell's in jail because she helped traffic the women. This is a very, very tragic case. I see Democrats and people on the left taking great political delight in this because they don't care one bit about the victims. They only started caring this about 5 minutes ago. They only started caring 5 minutes ago when it was a cudgel against Trump. So this kind of language where we just sort of laugh about the situation but forget the underlying issue, the victims here, to me, it's
so what's your solution to that problem? I mean, should they release the files? Like, what should happen here?
I have no problem with whatever transparency they can do. Obviously, they've gone to court to ask a judge on the grand jury. That they've run into a roadblock there. They've got the deputy attorney general interviewing Maxwell. I don't know what they can and will release, but I have no problem with whatever transparency they come up with.
They have many gigabytes of files in their possession that they don't need to go to a judge for, that they could release, and they haven't. I do think.
Are there things the chairman can say to you today that would make you back off some of the earlier criticism?
Well, I'd love him to lower interest rates. But other than that, what can I tell you? There was no tension. There was no tension. I think he had more tension with my great senator to the right. He's a pretty tough cookie.
Listen, that aggressive pat on the back, very.
That was the most compelling television I've seen in a long time.
I don't even know what to say.
And good on him. I mean, Jerome Powell for actually standing up to the president right there in real time. I mean, that takes guts, and he did it. And I wish that more of his Republican colleagues would do so in Congress. We'd have a better system if they did.
Yeah, I mean, I actually think it's so much easier to get the Fed chair to lower interest rates. You back off on the tariffs, and that's that. But instead, Trump is trying to use this renovation as a reason to put pressure on him. I'm not sure that that's going to work.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to fire him. It doesn't sound like he's going to. He doesn't have that many months left on his term. Trump will be able to put in his own Fed chair. It looks to me like he's planning to just humiliate this person for the next 8 months and make him into a miserable person. And you know what? He deserves it because he should have lowered interest rates, A. B, I'm not sure the Fed's done all that great of a job over time since Powell has been in, even though Trump did first appoint him.
I mean, even though
so maybe he deserves a little of the political
I'm curious
theater.
about that, Scott, because first of all, this is Donald Trump's Fed chair. He appointed Powell. But the second
Mistakes were made.
The second thing is real.
So we got this Epstein thing. It seems like conservatives are splitting into two camps on the whole release the Epstein files. So we got one side saying this isn't about Trump, it's about justice. Release every name, every record, and every flight log. The other side is suddenly squeamish, worried that it'll hurt our political chances or distract from the real issues. Here's where I land. We all spent years chanting, drain the swamp, lock them up, expose the elites. Now we're being told to look the other way? If you've watched this channel at all, you know that I am far perfect. I'll get things wrong. But the two things I always promise my viewers are honesty and consistency. I just don't know how I could sit here and look you all in the eye and claim to fight for justice, then lose interest the moment some conservative party leader, Republican, whatever, tells me not to worry about it. Behind all the gossip and headlines are real victims, lives destroyed by people who think they're untouchable. Let's not prove them right. If anyone, Republican, Democrat, billionaire, celebrity, is guilty, they should be exposed, period. And just in an effort to show that I look at both sides, I do understand to a small degree what the other side is saying. The media twists things. The Republican Party's been dealing with this forever. We all know that. But the magnitude of the information that we're demanding supersedes all that. Because the moment any of us says, well, maybe this one elite deserves protection, we never have a right again to claim the moral high ground. Truth and accountability matter a lot more than tribal defense. And if we don't all feel the same collectively, we're just becoming the very thing we claim to fight. Let's get back to it.
It's refreshing to see someone not bend the knee, as we've seen time and time again, not just with this administration, but plenty of other, governments and politicians that try to consolidate power. When you cave once, that never really saves you. And so I think, Matt Stone and Trey Parker are setting an example, and that rocks. Good for them.
It does help when you have $1 billion.
I mean, we love the First Amendment here, don't we, folks?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of get to eat their cake and have it too. They're like taking the money and then also knifing their parent company.
I mean, the lesson here is that if you're funny and you make money and people want to watch your show, you can do things. And if you're not funny and you're committed to partisan liberal hackery that is hemorrhaging viewers and is not profitable, then you can't do things. And just a few days ago, the left was convinced that Colbert was fired for political reasons. Obviously, this company is airing material that is not favorable to Donald Trump. It is objectively hilarious. I watch every episode of these guys and have for years. I think it's great. But
so you're cool with it?
Of course.
Okay.
Even the
Yes,
AI image at the end.
it's exaggeration. It's cartoons.
That right there is more South Park than I've ever watched. I've got nothing.
Well, look, I mean, a lot of people apparently do watch South Park. I mean, I do think it's interesting that you are fine with this, because I thought that the argument about Colbert was that it's so one-sided. And that is the reason why it should be taken off the air. And I mean, this is pretty one-sided too.
I mean, these guys have been roasting presidents since 1990. They roast everybody.
Yeah.
They're equal opportunity employer. These guys don't care. So, and they're very good, as you said, Scott. They're very good. They're very quick, and they get it out there. I mean, and then President Trump came out and said, what did he say? They're fourth rate? I mean, because he respects what they're doing.
I really admire that you guys were
great.
cool with the last 60 seconds.
I don't care what they do. I really don't, because over the years, these guys have proven that they will take on anybody, that they're funny, but in the marketplace in which they exist, they have done what you're supposed to do. Be funny, attract an audience, and make money. And they deserve everything they're getting right now in their new deal. And I'm looking forward to all their episodes. I think it's one of the greatest shows of the last
Scott
2 decades.
You want a cameo, Scott?
I'd be mortified about what they would do to me. But
All right, I just have to know that the White House said that this is a fourth-rate show and that it cannot derail Trump's hot streak.
Just when I thought I couldn't like Scott Jennings anymore, when Abby brought up South Park season premiere, which absolutely roasted Trump, Scott didn't miss a beat. He just laughed and answered exactly as I would have. It was hilarious. I hope it was for all of you too, because we're not the party that gets offended by jokes. I mean, the best thing Trump could have done was say the exact same thing. It was hilarious. It was funny. Instead, some spokesperson of his lashed out, and I've got to say, I wish they hadn't. Since it was a spokesperson, if I were Trump, I'd say, like, I don't know what the hell that spokesperson was talking about. It was funny. Because it's the same thing we do to the left. The second that they react in outrage, they're playing right into our hands. But in fairness to Donald Trump, as much as he's attacked, I'm sure that he's so used to hearing so-and-so attacked, he just says, tell them that they're a garbage TV show. Fourth rate or whatever he said. So I can't understand his perspective. Then Abby said something like, I thought Colbert got taken off the air for being one-sided, and South Park felt one-sided too. And as if I needed more proof that Abby and I would never vibe, oh, there it was. She clearly hasn't watched South Park, because Trey and Matt go after everyone. And I mean this literally. I think they are brilliant geniuses. Their satire hits everyone, even me. They go after all sides. No one's off limits. I've always said their show and their commentary on society makes me check myself sometimes. Like they'll exaggerate a conservative take or shine a light on a right-wing hypocrisy, and I'll catch myself thinking, all right, I'm not that far gone, but I could get there, and I don't want to become that guy, you know? If we can't laugh at ourselves, we're doing something wrong anyway. Well, Scott did it again. He didn't whine, he didn't pout, he didn't fall for the setup. He stayed calm, made his point, and reminded everyone at the table how a grown-up behaves. And the smug looks, over time during that episode, I started to see him fade. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Should conservatives take the laugh it off and strike back with facts and action approach? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's it for this video. I want to share something I've been dealing with you guys. It's nothing tragic or anything, but there are channels out there ripping off my content. They basically like crop out my branding, run my commentary through AI voiceovers, slightly tweaking the words and uploading it like it's theirs. Same scripts, same titles, and just today before I filmed this, I found 6 of them using my exact thumbnails. I've already filed 27 takedown requests. Within 2 weeks, I found 3 channels doing the same thing. And I swear to you, I have not been searching. And some of these AI versions on these channels get more views than my videos. Maybe that says more about my commentary than anything, but that's a conversation for a different time. I really hope none of you take this as whining or anything. I just wanted you to know what was going on, and I like to tell you guys what's up with me and how I'm responding. Trying to find a positive spin or a silver lining, it's this. I guess if people are stealing and profiting off my content, maybe it means I'm doing something right. Let me preface what I'm about to say with this. I hate those AI voiceover channels. There's more and more of them. I can't stand them. With that said, I've launched a second channel. It's generic. It's called Dispatch Wire. I'm repackaging my videos in that AI format. Yesterday's news channel is the priority. It always will be. I'm never going anywhere. We're not doing AI around here. But if somebody is going to profit off an AI version of my work, you know, I don't want to be a greedy monster here, but I feel like it should be me. So it's called the Dispatch Wire. I'll put the thing on the screen. If you guys would sub, I'd appreciate it. You can even unsub at some point if you hate AI voiceover stuff as much as I do. I just need to get the thing monetized and start being able to make some revenue off of that. It's only going to benefit yesterday's news channel, really. And it's just an enormous way that you could support the channel. Sorry for the long announcements today, but one more quick thing. I've added Amazon affiliate links in the description. I know you've seen those a million times, but just hear me out. If you guys like the channel, I know I've got some diehards that really like it. Anytime that you're going to shop on Amazon for anything, if you just, before you go shopping, click on one of my affiliate links for whatever product just to get into Amazon, and then just do your normal shopping, I earn a small commission for everything you buy for the next 24 hours. So it's something that could help me a lot, cost you absolutely nothing extra except an extra click. And if you think about it, with just that one extra click, some of that Amazon money goes to me instead of, well, the evil overlords at Amazon. And I mean, when you rather see those couple of bucks go to me, you know, struggling independent creator Matthew, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I guess. If you actually sat through all that, I appreciate it. But anyway, you could support the channel, all the regular ways and everything. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on. Subscribe to the Dispatch Wire, and when you shop Amazon, shop through my links. Otherwise, as always, thank you so much for taking a couple minutes out of your day to watch my video. It means a ton to me. Never forget, Jesus loves you. I'll see you guys.